Malaysia, the risk and human exposure to the perils of flash floods has dramatically grown in 2021 and 2022, especially in large urban centres with dense population distribution and high flooding rates. The serious flash flood incidents that have occurred in and around Kuala Lumpur, the risk and human exposure, the perils of flash flood has dramatically grown in 2021-2022. The serious flash flood incidents that have occurred in and around Kuala Lumpur are proof of this. In Kuala Lumpur, rapid surface altered soil structure such as the conservation of forests to concrete surface, clogged river channel and drain.
Hi, my name is Raji. Today I want to explain about definition or description of the issue. Firstly, flood is stage of water. The flood of the member are or place of the shelter that disrupt human life in the form of water stagnation from the smaller to big layers caused by human and natural factor or higher water flow and not accommodated river water and overflowing water to the lowlands. This incident is also due to excessive water, so that waiting the short and flood also occur can be due to natural factor and human action. The Malaysian flood 202 was a flood that hit Peninsular Malaysia in December 2021. The flood waveform due to continuous heavy rain is most part of Peninsular Malaysia following the route of the tropical depression. Secondly, apart from the monsoon season and high tide, flow began to occur in several states, especially in Klang Valley and the East Coast. Flood in the Klang Valley are the most significant flood, as the Klang Valley usually does not resolve flood problem due to the monsoon season, as in the East Coast, heavy rain that lasted for 2 days caused area around the Klang Valley to be hit the hardest, causing tens of thousands of people to be evacuated until December 21, and about 90 people was killed, including several missing due to severe flood. This unspeakable flood situation, especially in the Klang Valley, has been described as one of the worst floods in modern Malaysian history and has been dubbed a 100 years flood by the government. In 2022, Kuala Lumpur has experienced flash flood involving several affected areas. However, no accidents were reported during the heavy rain for more than an hour around the city of Kuala Lumpur and began to recur after the rain began to subside.
The other data and facts about the issue. As many are aware, the area around the Klang Valley has experienced extraordinary floods. This time, heavy rains did not fall in the Klang Valley. Heavy rains fell in the Titiwangsa Range. The rainwater that fall in the Titiwangsa Range enters the main rivers in Selangor. As a result, most of the rivers are at danger level. Selangor River, which flow from Kuala Kubu Baru in the east and enter the Straits of Malacca in Kuala Selangor west, is already at a dangerous level. Worse, the Klang area is facing high tide. It's not the very high, but the water from land cannot come out. The flood phenomenon in Selangor is no longer as flash flood, but similar to major floods that hit the East Coast in 2014. Thousands of Selangor residents had to be evacuated, while the overflow of the Klang River caused several congestions on the federal highway. For more than 15 kilometers due to flash floods following continuous heavy rains in the Klang Valley. Road user safety, several vehicles, including lorries, tried to wade through the flood waters.
Hello and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Farid bin Muhammad Azhar, and my topic today is about flood consequences towards society, people and economy. Firstly, towards society, there are thousands of Selangor residents had to be evacuated caused from the overflow at the Klang River, and it also caused several congestion on the federal highway. Furthermore, a total of 60,953 victims took refugees in 88 PPS in Selangor, comprising 5,901 men, 5,546 women, 5,154 children and 352 babies respectively. Flood has caused many damage to many houses and also used many supplies, causing it to become limited and may affect the people that are staying as a refugee. As economic system is failing down and the supplies is limited, the price of goods also will be raised at some other places in order to stabilize the economic system. As the flood consequences toward economy, Malaysia Reinsurance Berhad has revealed that the flood in December 2021 has caused economic losses of between RM5.3 billion and RM6.5 billion. MIH 2021 examines the key challenge of uninsured flood risk in Malaysia, where average only about 10% of the economic losses are covered. According to MIH 2021, Malaysian insurers bear about RM1.5 billion to RM2 billion or 20 or 30% of economic losses, when a high share of manufactured properties are affected in the Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur and Selangor. Zainuddin said Malaysia RE was working with Bank Negara Malaysia and the National Disaster Agency develop a solution that would bring together and be able to audit groups to insure with the indigent. It has bring a great loss to Malaysian economic system. As for flood consequences to people, flood is dangerous because it can cause death and illness. Flood can drown people that cannot swim or a person that was drifted by the strong current. Electric shocks also can occur when there was a flooded area or an area with high electrical power that can lead to death. As for illness, flood can carry many diseases that can bring harm to human body. As for example, hypothermia, infection from little cut, diarrhea and many other else.
There are several ways that can be done to prevent flooding. Firstly, we can stop deforestation immediately. To restore the balance of the natural climate, stop deforestation immediately in suburban areas and forest reserves, especially around the hill forests. Next, what we can do is we can make a river expansion. Implement the river expansion project right away, as residents have repeatedly demanded whenever floods occur in both urban and rural areas. Thirdly is we can build reservoir ponds. Build more reservoir ponds in low-lying areas and also deepen the existing reservoir ponds surrounding urban areas. Next, what we can do is we can build a high-tech reservoir pool system. There are no longer any areas in the city that are densely populated with development and also population. So, more high-tech underground reservoir pool system need to be constructed underneath the open spaces or a football fields. Lastly, we need to unclog the blocked drains. We need to get rid of the issue of people throwing trash down the drain until it becomes clogged, which is one of human negligence that leads to flooding.
A total of 52 people have died and 71,000 people have lost their life as a result of the flood that hit Malaysia in 2021-2022. This calamity had a significant impact on many parties, including homelessness and severe property damage. There are many different functions that have been formed, which make the essence of the one true recreation exceedingly unique. There is no denying that river can accommodate rainwater that fall on the earth's surface, as can soil when people build stone forests set across the river alter the river natural ecosystem. There is no denying that rivers can accommodate rainwater that falls on the earth's surface, as can soil.